All right, breaking news!
Literally coming in right now?
Fresh hot.
Yeah, this is today, 3 hours ago.
Oh.
Today being what? What day?
May 30th, Saturday. A woman has been charged with attempted murder of 4 NYPD cops during protesting.
What'd you do?
Oh shit. What?
She threw a Molotov cocktail at a fucking van, at a police van.
Whoa!
Luckily for her, and her whatever future lies ahead of her, the cops got out safely.
Oh, so it's just attempted.
And luckily for her too, and the cops, the Molotov cocktail did not ignite.
But what did she intend to happen, bro? How about that?
I think she was trying to kill someone, because when they tried to apprehend her, she's also being charged for assaulting a cop because she bit an officer in the leg.
Yeah.
How did she reach there?
She was trying to go, she went into this knowing this is the fucking end, and she's going out with a bang.
Dude, I just saw like a cop car being burned down right by the CBS building. Like that's in what, Hollywood or the Valley, right? Man, this is crazy. This is like a lot of different cities.
It's all over the nation.
Yeah, so it's an 8 o'clock curfew today.
Yes, we got news, right? Today there's an 8 o'clock curfew.
Till like 5 a.m. or something like that. Yeah, 8 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Apparently, last night, too, a protester unloaded 10 rounds at LAPD, and LAPD did not return fire.
Oh, thank God.
Which is like,
Which could have been hugely escalated.
I know, because if they returned fire, man, this whole city would have erupted.
yeah, this would have gone lit.
Well, that sucks for the cops, too, that are getting shot at.
Because there are, a lot of people, they just put cops in one group, and right now I know it's like the tensions are high, so it's easy to hate on them. But the ones that are like, that just came out of the academy, or like young cats or whatever, like they're people too. And if they hear the order, hey, we can't, like, you can't even defend yourself, that's like a really scary situation to be in.
Damn, dude. And everyone wants to just go home and eat dinner and be with their family. Like,
Yeah.
because if I was a cop right now, I'd find every excuse to fucking go, I think I got corona. Oh, something happened. Dude, that's why I'm not a cop, man.
Pull my groin! Anything.
My pants don't fit anymore.
I'm like, sorry, Sarge, I don't know where my riot gear went. I must have
misplaced it.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, the world is nuts, man. So like, on like an international level, we had the COVID thing, right? And then like now there's the Hong Kong thing, and like China, and like I don't know what the fuck Trump's gonna do about that, but China's like, don't fucking no foreign interference with this shit. We got fucking North Korea, and like I'm just like, World War III is right around the corner, it seems like, and then now we got fucking Civil War.
It's the perfect recipe for a disaster, because we're all locked up for what, like 2-3 months now?
A lot of tension.
So there's a lot of tension just even by yourself at home. We see all these crazy injustices that aren't happening. We have a crazy ass fucking president saying crazy shit. It's like the worst recipe ever, man. So like people can't wait to break out of their house and like, we gotta fix shit.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, man.
I feel like I have the best solution.
What is it?
Oh boy, here we go.
Jack off?
Everyone's been doing that.
Jack off and relax, guys.
Everyone's been doing that, right? So what's the problem here, man? I think I'm trying to do a win-win solution, and I think there's a lot of sex workers out there right now that don't work. But what we can do is we can use this government money right now, get the hottest girls in bikinis, right? Let's just ask the Dino Nuggets company, hey man, can we just like do this for world peace, right? Imagine in every neighborhood all over the world, hot girls in bikinis are coming over with Dino Nuggets and just basically going into protests, going into all these different places, and they're spreading love.
And Dino Nuggets.
Dino Nuggets and imagine in the middle of these protests, these hot ass girls just come out in fucking lingerie and shit, and they just got mad Dino Nuggets. It's like,
I'm with you, but you could escalate things really quickly, because I'm thinking about a hot chick with Dino Nuggets, and then somebody bumps into her, and these Dino Nuggets go fine, and then people are like, what the fuck? You fucking throwing all the Dino Nuggets on the floor and shit?
I wasn't thinking about
She goes like this.
Stop that!
Oh, and then never mind the Dino Nuggets. I see some real nice looking nugs right here. Tender nugs.
Maybe. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to figure out something, right?
But here's the problem with Dino Nuggets, right? The feet are still soggy, even after you put them in the oven at the appropriate 25-minute timer.
Or the feet get burned.
You think so?
Or burn.
You don't put them in a toaster oven.
You
They're
need a
nice.
fryer at that
The
point.
main body of the dino is cooked properly, but the feet has never been solved. It's still an issue.
Well, I'm just thinking of a food that makes you think of childhood because it's really hard to hate each other when you guys are standing there as cops and people hand in hand with dino nuggets.
What goes hand in hand with childhood more than Jello jigglers?
Jello jiggler? Oh wait, is that the fucking like little cup?
Hey, fucking dangle.
I don't know, man, because it feels a little bit like rape because of you know.
Because of Bill Cosby, you ruined Jello.
dude.
What about Hot Pockets?
Hot Pockets are good.
Yeah, until someone fucking burns the top of their mouth off, and then they're all like mad that they got the lava mouth.
Didn't Jared from Subway invest in Hot Pockets?
Did he?
I got it. I found something that isn't tainted. All right. All right. You know when the ice cream truck comes by, right? You can only get it from the Mexican ice cream man, right? So first off, that's very diffusing because it stops everybody in their tracks when you hear the ice cream man.
Yes.
And then everybody gets Mickey Mouse popsicles. It's hard to hate somebody that's eating a Mickey Mouse
Mickey
popsicle.
Mouse, he hated the Jews in the 30s, bro.
And fucking John Wayne Gacy used to be an ice cream truck man. So that
And also, you said that it was Mexican ice cream truck drivers. For me, it was always white pedophile truck drivers. So
Can't fucking win, man.
That's why it's hard to be a politician because no solution works.
I don't want to be a politician because no solution works.
I want to be a politician because I think I would make it work.
They would kill you, Joe. They'll burn you at the stake
Are you sure?
as a heretic.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
running on your dino nugget platform.
I honestly believe that they think Trump is bizarre, right? When I throw in these policies, they're gonna be like, ooh, what?
Your pigtail policies.
I'll be running, it's gonna be the pigtail party.
So it's the fight fire with fire policy.
Well, because the thing
You
is,
think this is wacky?
I'll do this, right? But it's just for the quick distraction, but then I'll actually come out and say, all right, we're gonna really solve corruption. Because I think that's what we wanna hear from politicians, is just not like, hey, we're gonna burn this guy at the stake. It's like, so there's so many more of these guys.
Just gotta build a bigger pyre.
There you go.
That's true, burn
That's
them
the
all.
spirit.
Let's burn them all. Hey man, now you sound more like
We need
Jamalia
more
than I do.
Kindle.
Hey man, worked in France.
He
just
should be your advisor. He should be your advisor, Joe.
Joe, the problem is there's not enough fire.
The problem is, Joe, it turns out people aren't as flammable as we thought.
Yeah, man. Turns out we're made of mostly water. We gotta fix this problem.
All right, maybe we'll do the opposite. If we're made out of water, let's freeze them to death.
There we go.
You never seen that shit happen.
There you go.
I don't know, but I don't know. It's hard to solve these things, right? But I think the root of it is let's all talk about the fucking corruption. How about that? Everyone's like, we just need to get this one guy. It's a whole system that's fucked up, not just one guy, because this has happened 28 years
There
ago.
has to be another guy replaces that one guy you want to take out.
And it's constantly happening.
It is. I'm guarantee you, man, all these young hopefuls that are going to the police academy that want to fight crime, that are doing all these things, they're not going in saying, I want to shoot black people. They're not. I'd like to believe that most of them are going in because they want to change the world and they want to do something good.
I would like to believe
and then,
that, but I met a lot of these people when I was in school, and they're the type of authority guys who are like,
The hall
"Yo, bro,
monitor?
I have to fucking like check you right now and shit," and it's like they can't be reasoned with or heard from. Like they have their own mentality about shit, and they're usually very low IQ, unfortunately.
But I think what I'm trying to say is that in all systems where, for example, teaching, right? A lot of teachers get jaded because they come in and they're like, we're going to change the education system. They have all this spirit, right? And then their spirit gets stomped away by the administration and the people that's been there for a while in the politics.
Yeah, the good ones.
Right.
Yeah,
And I feel like that's what's happening in our justice system and the police, the policing and all that. And there are some police departments that people don't know, they're infiltrated by gangs, and this is not a fucking conspiracy. It's literally, it exists.
Explain though for the people out there.
Okay, so aside from like real mafia and gang members and like neo-Nazi groups or whatever, there are people who infiltrated that way. There are fraternities within the police departments that operate as if they're above the law. In many ways, they compete within each other, and they have these cool like crew names, and there's rite of passages that are like, you have to kill someone, you have to do this, you have to do that, and they do things that are clearly illegal, but they back each other up, and they prey upon the society.
Communities are supposed to watch.
The society, the communities that are low income and all that stuff, and they're involved in drug trafficking. They're involved in a lot of corrupt things, but people don't want to realize that exists.
People don't even realize that the CIA is involved in all that shit too.
Right.
So it's like it sucks everywhere.
It sucks because within the department, there's a battle going internally. Like what, the sheriff group is what? They're in the 5 figures, right? There's like 30,000 cops or whatever, and the whole police department, LAPD, it's a fuck ton of, it's like a raid.
Well, the good news is that you have former cops who investigate current cops, aka internal affairs, and I'm sure that there's no issue or conflict.
Yeah, there's no conflict of interest there.
No way.
Well, it's the whole Rampart scandal thing, right?
Exactly.
I mean, it's just like, that's
Nothing to see here. Don't worry, guys, I checked it out.
We investigated it. Totally fine.
Yeah, me and your dad used to be partners, and I made sure to look at your file, and I couldn't find anything.
Yeah, still squeaky clean as far as I can tell.
So what would cause a checks and balance, right? A third party that isn't infiltrated or like in cahoots?
The idea, hopefully, of a separate but equal government, like having a branch,
Like the
that-
checks and balances.
like
constant
the
thing,
judicial system that would check out what enforcement's doing, which is what happens from the executive branch. Like that's what we all hope for, but
It's
then,
just tough because I mean, even if you got 3 branches or whatever, but like that kind of mentality seeps into like each of the branches, then it's kind of like, well, the checks and balances are kind of getting skewed because everyone's, essentially decides to be on the same team.
one influences the other. Executive branch appoints a lot of the judicial branch. So, and that's all done through the elections, right? So that's how you justify it. So the system can get corrupted at all levels from the same fucking place.
I want to play if I had power, right? So if I had power, and
I feel like you play this every single day.
This is every video.
Sorry, the moment that you said if I had power, I just imagined already a cape around you, and then you have like your big ass crown on your head.
Okay.
You're like-
Let's tone it down a little bit on a local level, okay? Let's
smaller
say
crown.
I was mayor of the city of Monterey Park, right? I know this shit's going down, but I want to get reelected. Guess what, dude? I'm not gonna let this shit go out. I'm gonna hide the fact that my police station is corrupt because, hey, we're doing great. Arrests are up by crazy. We caught so many bad guys. I'm doing a great ass fucking job. Cool. So there's
You
so
should
many.
feel safer because of these statistics.
Yeah, and there's so many of these, I feel like, things where maybe it's in the best interest of the politicians to keep it under wraps because they look bad. Hey, how can you let this happen under your watch? Right?
It's called being a career politician. You're just building a resume.
Right? And so I'm gonna do what I can to look good, not actually fix problems.
I say we turn the whole fucking thing over, re-elect literally everybody in Congress. Like it's time for turnover there, serious turnover there.
Dude, that'd be crazy.
You know
if
how many
just like
scantrons
fucking
we're gonna need?
if you clean sweeped it.
Yeah,
and
but
you're
what
just
if no one knows what they're doing?
Nobody knows what they're doing now.
That's true.
How about we fucking turn the whole fucking thing over and then implement people who actually don't live in Washington D.C. where they just fucking cater to Washington D.C.
talking crazy right now.
Right, they have to go back and live in their own constituencies. Wouldn't that?
Why would you make them do that, Steve?
And then they would be accountable to their own constituencies. Maybe we use things like we use the things that exist, like technology, to let them vote from afar, where they still have to live in their fucking community, but they don't live in the DC bubble where everything is just DC time.
They could do Zoom meetings.
Thank you. We all have to do all this shit.
Yeah, we could have live streams.
How about when we all stay at home and don't get paid, they all stay at home and don't get paid too?
That's tight.
Give me
They
a
can
fucking
feel
break
what we feel.
for once.
Yeah.
Instead, they all have guaranteed checks, guaranteed payments. Their checks don't bounce. They don't care. We have a caste system in America.
But what ends up happening though is like corruption in both ways, right? Because it's like if the government isn't corrupting you and giving you kickback, what's going to end up happening is drug cartels and outside forces will corrupt you because you're not getting paid enough. I think that's the battle that people don't understand is like, okay, if you pay these cops $150,000, right? It's a lot better than if the mafia does.
Like in Mexico.
There's another battle too happening in education, right? Where all these politicians will rail on anybody who tries to advocate for letting students take their money that they are allotted for them to go to school and put it into the private school system.
Oh, the charter schools or
they
whatever?
at
Yeah.
the same time send their own fucking kids to charter schools.
Oh, yeah.
Non-stop full freight all the time. Everybody in Congress does this shit. Nobody gives a fuck. and they all get to rail against the idea that the regular people could do it because they don't want their kids to be in school with the dumb kids, is what they think, right? Which is why fucking Samantha Bee like lobbied against regular public school kids joining her kids' private school. Look it up. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's all classism, dude.
But if Dino Nuggets and strippers came around, I think the world would be a happier place.
Love it.
But the feed on the Dino Nuggets, you can't.
Damn it, the feet!
Why not just go with chicken nuggets then? Like,
Because they don't even have feet!
Like dinosaurs!
What kind of fun shape
The
is that?
point is the shape!
Did you even listen to us this whole video?
Donald Nuggets taste better!
It looks like a Christmas sock.
It barely even looks like a Triceratops at all.